You're in my seat, buddy. Are you gonna move for me? I have a big day and I need my coffee. All right, so the first thing we're gonna try is this Heffen Krantz recipe that my mother just informed me she wrote up when she was probably in 8th grade. So if you want to pause and read it, it's very cute to read. And we're going to try and make a half a recipe of this in my bread machine. And if you'll notice, it says start with a little less than 1 sifter of flour. Half a kettle of milk. I don't know what kettle they used. I don't know how much a sifter holds. But I looked online at some other recipes and I think I'm on track. So what we're gonna do in the bread machine, we're gonna do a cup of milk, a couple eggs, 5 cups of flour, sugar, salt, yeast, a little anise oil, and some anise seeds, and we're gonna make it into a dough and see what happens. All right, here we go. Okay, here it is. Modern Heffen Krantz in the bread machine. We're gonna set it for the dough. Let's see. Course. Dough course is 11, I think. Yep. And start. All right. Let's see. Now, what would they think?
Brain inspiration. We're really making them. We'll see.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to put the recipe over by the bread machine.
They're press looking check. So far, we can check that one.
So far.
Now.
Oh, let's see when it says it's going to be ready. It says at 11:08.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay, now for the harder stuff.
Yes. Mandel Schnitten.
How do you say it?
Mandel Schnitten.
Okay. Mandel Schnitten. So, what makes you want to make that this year?
Opa wants it. Not me.
Oh gosh. Do you remember it as a kid?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I'll know what it tastes like.
When's the first time you had it?
Oh, the last time I've had it?
The first time.
Oh, as a baby. They made it every year.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that was to suck on. As a baby, you could suck on these old German cookies. In fact, we got a beautiful picture of a relative, and they have a Lebkuchen in their hand. It's like a 1-year-old. Yeah, but to be sweet at the photographers, they put a Lebkuchen in the baby's hand. It's the prettiest picture.
Who is it in the picture?
I think it's a kern.
We need to look at that picture.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So for the Mandel Schnitten, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna look at Oma's handwriting again. When did you write this out?
Again, like an 8th grader.
1.5 pounds of brown sugar.
Yes.
We're gonna have to weigh that.
Yes.
3 eggs, and we're gonna beat this for a half an hour.
Right.
Then we're gonna put 1/4 pound of almonds that are ground. Don't put all in dough. 1 teaspoon cinnamon, 1 teaspoon baking powder, enough flour to roll out 3 it was 3 cups of flour, you found out.
Yes, that was an add-on.
Okay, we cut them in strips and then we leave overnight.
Yes.
And not so thin,
Right.
you learned.
Uh-huh.
And then the frosting is the harder part with the 1/2 cup of sugar with boiling water to make it liquid. I just remember that always being a stressful moment.
Oh, yes.
Putting this.
Because here I have 5 teaspoons of H2O and 1 cup of sugar.
That looks like Opa's handwriting. And you wouldn't have put H2O, he would have.
Yeah. I thought it was you.
Maybe. Maybe I was taking chemistry in high school. Okay, we're going to try this.
Spread the almonds on top of that liquid.
Okay.
We'll do 1 batch and see if it sticks on there.
Okay.
Or if it absorbs into the dough.
All right. We'll meet you on the flip side. All right. We have set the timer. 30 minutes. How fast should I have it blending? We have 24 minutes left of mixing. We're working very hard mixing. Look at how it looks already, though. Pretty good. Just eggs and brown sugar. So, Lebkuchen. We are going to start the Lebkuchen Lebkuchen dough. We're going to make it and bake it today. This is our dish pan that Elsie?
Yes.
How long?
Sure.
Tell us about this dish pan.
The whole family. I think Marie bought all these dish pans for everybody from a store, a kitchen shop in Saginaw. And Mom bought one for Marie, and Grandma Runke had one, and Tanagi, they had at least 2 or 3 of these. I bet the girls would say maybe more than 2 or 3.
Whole lap. Stainless steel.
Stainless steel.
All right, this is the Lebkuchen dish.
Right.
So here's our recipe. This is a family recipe, huh?
Oh, Frank was on.
Okay. So look at it. You can say start with dish pan on the Lebkuchen. Okay, so we have the molasses and the honey in the dish pan. Okay, here we are, Oma, and my pretty mother. Okay, so what have we done here? We have put in, this is the Lebkuchen.
We've put in molasses, honey, sugar, 2 eggs, 1/4 pound of citron. She used candy fruit, which Rachel had, and then chopped nuts. Today we're using
Pecans.
And then we just put in 4.5 tablespoons of white vinegar.
Yes.
1/2 teaspoon of salt. Oh, we need 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon in here yet. And then the fun part is the 1.5 teaspoons of soda dissolved in 1/2 cup of warm water.
Okay.
That's the fun.
Well, let's get the cinnamon in, and then we'll record when we put the baking soda in.
Yes.
Okay, we'll be back.
You know, it wouldn't blend well.
All right, so I have 1.5 cups of, no, I have 1/2 cup
Yeah.
of warm water that I've mixed 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda in.
Right.
And now we're gonna add it?
Yes, just pour it in here.
Okay.
Oh, this is the look I wanted.
Good. Ooh. It's foaming. Meanwhile, the mixer turned off. I turned the mixer off because the timer went off for the 30 minutes on the Mandel Schnitten. There's no Z in it. I know I call it Mandel Schnitten,
Yeah,
but it's
me too.
Mandel Schnitten.
Yeah. It's just like I've always said Gemütlichkeit, and I just heard it on the German translator. It's
Gemütlichkeit.
Gemütlichkeit.
Well, in Frankenmuth, the town we are originally from, it was settled by Germans in the 1800s that came from Middle Franconia, yes, and Bavaria. And they came over here, and really their dialect was such a little microcosm of German speakers that this specific dialect happened over the years. And sometimes we wonder if it's German or not, but it's Frankenmuthish. Okay. Wow, that looks really good.
Yes.
All right, we'll be back. We've just added 4 cups of flour into the mix. We have 2 more cups that we need to incorporate. And this is where you need mussels.
It's supposed to be stiff, but not too stiff. It's just so that you can roll it out.
That's looking good.
Yeah.
Do you remember your mom and
Oh, gosh.
Emma making this?
Oh,
And what
for
was it?
sure.
Were they together making it?
Yeah, sometimes. When Grandma got older, then yeah, she would be around because she would stay for the winter. When she was younger, she wanted to be in Frankenmuth, so then Mother baked everything by herself. Maybe Margaret helped and Maggie helped.
What was your mom's favorite cookie, do you think?
Oh, she loved the butter stars, they were called. This is still, we need more flour for sure.
Yeah, we've only put 2 cups in.
4.
Or 4, I mean.
We'll need, flour to put on the counter to roll it out.
Yeah, so why don't I stir for a while and you put in the cups. But first, so you think the butter stars were
Oh, yeah.
Emma's favorite, or no, Elsie's favorite.
Elsie's favorite. Oh, she loved Lebkuchen, and she loved all the German I couldn't tell you what was your favorite. She just...
I seem to have a favorite every year, a different favorite.
Yeah, and she probably did too. Everybody does.
What about Emma? Do you remember what cookies she made and what?
Well, she loved the icebox cookies, and she loved the Lebkuchen. Everybody likes the Lebkuchen after Christmas. That's with their coffee, their tea. But when there's all this chocolate stuff, then that's what they eat first at Christmas time.
Yeah, it seems like that. And then the bakers can enjoy the Lebkuchen after the holidays.
And the men loved it too.
And it seems like an older person thing in our family. I never appreciated it.
No.
But now it's one of my favorites. All right.
Okay.
All right. So we have been stirring and until we get the right consistency. We're up to 8 cups of flour. I'm wondering if it's because it's a rainy, humid kind of day. What do you think, Oma? Do we need more flour?
No, I wanna test it. Well, we're gonna put some flour on the counter and put a glove and take a rolling pin with lots of flour and see what we come up with.
That looks so kind of runny to me, though. Okay, you're the pro.
Well, not a pro. We'll just see.
Looking good. It's been over 30 minutes, and I'm just gonna have it on stir, and we're gonna add the almonds, cinnamon, and baking powder. This is for the Mandel Schnitten. Mandel Schnitten.
There, that's all right.
Yeah, but I think anybody from Germany watching, how would you say this? Mandel Schnitten?
We need 3 cups of flour. Enough flour to roll out then too, but 3 cups in there.
Okay. Here is the Mandel Schnitten dough.
Yes.
Or Mandel Schnitzen, if you're from Frankenmuth. And we have a board that we've floured, and now we're going to attempt to roll it out. All right. I've rolled it out, and we've got this antique tool. What would you call it? A tool.
Ich weiß nicht.
Ich weiß nicht. So this I think was Elsie's or maybe even Emma's.
Grandma
Runke's. It looks like something from the Rotenburg Museum.
Of torture.
Of torture, yes. No, we don't know what this end is for. Anybody out there know what you would use that end for? This is our cutting end.
Yep.
All right, so Mom, I'm going to let you do it. She's just fixing my rolling out a little as mothers do.
It just from this angle, it just looked a little.
Yes.
All
okay,
right.
let's use our tool of torture.
Yep. We're gonna try getting a straight edge. And we'll see tomorrow.
Okay.
If they're super dry and they come off like easy as can be, well then maybe we should have. But this is great.
Yeah, our Mandel Schnitzen. We're going to put it on the table now to dry overnight. All right, we're going back now to the Lebkuchen. Can you stir it, Oma? See if, is it a good, do you think we need more?
No.
Oh my gosh.
This stiffened right up.
Okay, so we are going to now roll this out into 1.5 by 1.5.
Yeah.
I thought they were rectangular.
Well, yeah. Well, that's however they come out.
All right, so we're going to roll these out.
Yep. And we'll roll enough for a cookie sheet. And we need the cookie sheets with the parchment paper on.
Okay, and the oven I should turn on.
Yeah.
350.
350.
Okay, we'll meet you back.
Next thing, though, frosting we put on right away before we bake it with this frosting, which is beat 1 whole egg with powdered sugar until a thin frosting. And that is the real tricky part.
Okay.
Because either it absorbs into the dough or it flakes off.
This is the stressful part of cookie baking.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll start the oven, get the cookie trays, and you start getting ready to roll.
Okay.
All right, here we go. It's requiring a lot of flour, but...
Yep. All right.
This is real Vlogmas.
Yes.
nicely. Here I got the glaze right with the right amount of powdered sugar to egg. You can see a nice glaze. These early ones, the glaze just seeped in. They'll still be delicious, but this is the look we're going for. All right, I have smeared, per the instructions, the grease, which is butter, on the bottom of a pie dish and the sides. And now Oma is sprinkling some anise seed.
I think
Not too much, not too little.
No.
And here's what the dough looks like. Oh, it smells so good. It kind of smells like sprinkley in here.
Oh yeah, sprinkley's with the anise.
Are we gonna have some of this with our coffee?
Wouldn't it be nice?
Oh my
how long
gosh,
it takes
me
to make.
neither. Okay, dreams.
What
So
an
8th grade Oma said, when it comes out, divide in 4. We did a half a recipe, so we divided the dough in 2, and then each quarter divide in 3s, dust table and roll long worms, and braid up over 3/4 and under the other end.
3/4 and then under the other end.
Circle and place in greased pie pan, then smear grease over and let rise again.
More butter.
Oh goodness, there's this
All
whole
right.
bun.
Braiding. Yes, I'm gonna hold this in while she braids that end.
Kind of pulling a little so it's long. All right.
It's gonna be a little bit lopsided Heffen Krantz because we had more dough on one side than on the other side, but that's
that'll
okay.
be pretty. We'll squish it together.
This is our first attempt.
Does that look good? Or I should said 3/4. There's something about
Circle and let raise again. We've got to let it raise again.
we have to smear it with grease, don't we?
Yep.
All right, I've smeared it with sugar or smeared it with butter, and now I am sprinkling it with some of this. Oh, it's my coffee sugar. I don't know what it's called. Turbinado. We are trying the Lebkuchen. We're just sitting, taking a break. Cookie baking is tiring. Why now? When we were younger, by now we'd have 30 kinds made already. But we were just saying we think that we got the glaze just right on the last few batches. The taste is good, and it's only going to be better in January when it has time to sit. All right, so next you're going to see the Heffen Krantz. It's proofing right now. We're just letting it rise for an hour, and then we're going to put that in the oven. All right, we just had our nourishment for lunch, and now we're a little bit loopy because we're like, we really don't feel like baking anymore, I think. But we're doing this Norwegian Icebox cookie. We don't have to bake it today. We just have to make it. So we just melted a tiny little bit of butter, a whole
4 sticks.
4 sticks of butter. The original recipe calls for oleo.
1 cup of oleo and 1 cup of butter.
Wow. Okay.
So it's 2 cups of butter today.
So here we go.
Okay.
I'll be back in a minute. Here's the icebox dough. It's really kind of runny. Definitely not like cookie dough. More like a cake batter. Okay, so now it is in our makeshift icebox containers. We don't have those anymore, but we thought we'd use a 9x13 pan and maybe cut it into thirds and then slice. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but it's going in the freezer. Done. Overnight. Here is the Heffen Krantz, our wreath. And Oma says it's pulling apart just like she remembers, so maybe this is going to be good.
Maybe it'll taste good.
We'll
that's
see.
the last step.
We'll find out. False alarm. Opa came in and he said it's not dark enough. So we put it back in for 10 minutes. Hey, cute Oma. Let's review though. First, you opened up
box number 8, which 8 was How to Catch a Witch. Oh, it's pretty colors. Purples, yellows. Very pretty. And then we opened up box 9. And 9 is How to Catch... No. I Love You to the Moon and Back. And it's this pretty blue. Isn't that pretty?
Ooh, yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah, it does look like
Okay, now we're going to do the cookie baking 12 days. And this is number 8. Ribbon candy.
ribbon.
Ooh, what a soothing ribbon candy.
Ooh.
Ooh, wow.
Isn't that pretty? Wow. And number 9 is peppermint bark.
Ooh, I like peppermint bark.
Whoa.
Oh, yes. Very nice.
Yes. So then they go in here?
Well, eventually, but first we just stare at them and their beauty. Thank you so much. Okay, it is Opa approved in terms of darkness.
Yes.
There is the Heffen Krantz. Now what do we do with it? We just stare at it? Do we take it out of it?
We could on a
And
plate.
then you cut it?
Yeah, then we cut it, and when it cools down enough, then we can eat it. But
Maybe it has to be like in an hour?
my mother would say, you can't eat it yet, it's too hot.
No, when you cut something, bread too soon, it's not good. Let me prepare this and make it look prettier. All right, we're gonna cut it. How should I cut it, Oma?
Just like a pie.
Really?
Yeah, you have to saw it.
Not really.
No.
Cut like that much?
Yeah.
Oh, that's big enough, yeah.
We'll split it.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
singing that French all around the house.
All right, what does it look like when we lift it up?
Ooh, little butsy.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I don't think
Oh, yeah,
so.
little butsy.
Ooh,
Maybe it's still cooking.
it is still cooking in there, but it's not raw.
Mm.
Where are you going?
The microwave.
For what?
So he doesn't want it butsy, he's going to put it in the microwave.